Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Race for an Empire with the Fleming Dynasty. Welcome back. In the last session, King Bohemond Fleming of England was in a civil war, trying to put down the rebels that were trying to force Prince Godfrey on our throne. The rebellion was put down rather swiftly by King Bohemond, and in a strange twist he showed his charitable nature and made offers they couldn't refuse. A lot of the people that rose up against us kept their lands and titles, in the hope that by us showing them some mercy, they would be more trustworthy and loyal in the future. Time will only tell if that is the case. A couple of people, however, did not quite escape so lightly. Pentiev, owned by Earl Tudjuel, and Vans by Earl Ozen. They are coming over to the king because he's revoking their titles. They won't keep their lands and titles. They've come off worst out of everybody. So we're just going to wait patiently and see if they hand over willingly their lands, and if not, we'll put them down and take them by force. So that is what happened at the close of play last time. A couple of things that were noted also. Ypiran here. The Duke of Flanders, our cousin Frere, who we gave Ypiran and the duchy to. Liarden noted that imbecile. He is an imbecile. Look at him. He is hopeless. Now, of course, this duchy here is getting consumed by the Holy Romans, so it's not a massively important place. And, of course, an imbecile is not going to plot against you, doesn't have the faculties to do so. He's not going to be a master of martial ability. He's not going to be a schemer, a conniver, a great diplomat. So, in terms of him giving us any trouble, no chance. Our only concern, I suppose, is that his vassals will be trying to plot and scheme against him, because they won't be happy being ruled by a person that has the wit of an amoeba. Ah, Brother Torf, God bless him. As King Bohemond walked away from his prison cell, having just informed him that he was going to rot there for the rest of his days because we just can't quite trust him, made a bold accusation, a bold claim to try one last desperate effort to get out. And that claim was the fact that his mother is a Sayyida, patrilineally descended from the Prophet Muhammad. He cannot possibly be left to rot in a prison. Not a chance. Very, very ludicrous claim, Torf, and King Bohemond didn't buy it, I'm afraid. But yeah, Ungodly Freak noticed this little trait, quite amusing, and I just thought, yeah, it's something he'd conjure up to try and get out of prison. It's certainly not worked, and he's going to stay there till the end of days, or the end of his days. So that is a couple of things, and one last thing, major thing really, in relation to the shipbuilding. Of course, I did notice that we couldn't raise our own ships last time, and I was confused as to what was going on. Was it a game glitch? Was it a situation? I don't know. Was something changed in the game since I last played it? Yes, indeed, something had changed. First of all, in your coastal counties, you now have to build castle shipyards. They grant you the ability to recruit ships. In addition to that, to be able to recruit more, you need to improve the shipbuilding technology. So that is why I can't recruit my own ships at the minute. So in all my coastal counties, from this point forward, our priority is going to have to be getting some of those shipyards built so that we can recruit a navy to assist us in moving our troops across the water. So a few people noted that, so thank you for the advice. Okay. So, that's the things covered from last time. What about this time? Well, as we start the ball rolling on one speed initially whilst I explain things, Of course, our focus is to try and put down this mess. There is a big blob of mess here in England. The Crown Authority is low and we need it to improve to medium so that we can stop the fighting. Okay. First development of the day. King Bohemond, of course, is being attacked by the Holy Romans. No secret there. So he's sanctioned a few spies to go in here and try and dip their toes in the water, assess what's going on. And in the time being, keep an eye out for any useful characters that might be of assistance to our kingdom. And one such character was found. Gottschalk Udinen. Bit of gold cross palms, and he came across to our court. And why would we want to do that, you ask? Well, we need a better Chancellor. It is quite simply the case. If we are to try and quickly unify Ireland under our banner, we need claims to come quick and fast, and therefore we need the best man for the job. Previously, that best man for the job was Earl Mitrofan, and he still is a good Chancellor. But we can't trust him. He rose up against us. We've just about let him keep his lands and titles due to the previous deeds he did for the family. But that's the only reason why his hide has been spared. We certainly are not giving him any more jobs where he can, giving him a chancellorship. He could purposefully not do his job properly. We couldn't trust him to get a claim as far as we could throw him. So he's not going to be given any more responsibility other than just to sit there and rule like a good man. So we need another one. And we've got another one from the Holy Romans. So, Gottschalk, welcome. You might not quite like us, because you're a foreigner, but tough cookies. All we ask is you fabricate claims like a good boy, and we will get along like a house on fire. I'm going to change my tact, and I'm going to go... Oh, maybe I'm not. Bear with me while I think. No, we're going to go there. Kildare, just fabricate a claim on Kildare, thank you so much. So he's brought his family with him, as you do, and that's that situation taken care of. Okay, and we'll move along nicely. Yeah, and now a few more people, because they like us. That's the fact that we've shown some charitable traits, charitable actions. People will start to vote. Oh, start to vote for the Medium Crown Authority. And another development has occurred. We have revoked the County of Vannes. He is stepping aside and not putting up a fight. Good, I like that. We become the Earl of Vannes. Now what about Pentiev? What about Pentiev? Come on. You do the same, buddy. You don't want to feel my wrath. You don't want to feel my wrath. And he does. Excellent. So he steps aside as well. And we take that. So now, in the blink of an eye, we have 5 out of 5 domain, Lyon, Pentiev, Vannes, Nantes, and Rouen. Excuse me, which is good. Of course, these lands will need to have shipyards built there, but I'm not going to be keeping all of them. So I have to really think about the future of which ones I want to take. I want most of my domain to actually be in here. In Normandy rather than in here. So for now I will build a shipyard here. That's fine. 355 days will suffice. So we're building a shipyard in there. Ultimately I want Evro Mortain. When we take control of my son, he is already Count of Evro, so he will have that. So we just have to wait patiently. Mortain we want as well, so Mortain will hopefully come across to our side eventually. Now I will keep a couple of lands in here. I'll probably keep Lyon and Nantes because they're the two lands that I had originally. So if we go to build casual shipyards in both of those, and that should do us. The newly conquered or the newly revoked titles, they will just stay as they are for now. Don't want to really spend any money on these just yet because these will no doubt be given away in due course in the future. So we'll just leave those be for now. Okay. Duchess Richenda approving the medium crown authority. As does Duke Richard of Hereford. Earl Hugh of Westmoreland. Duke William of Norfolk. Excellent. So the crown authority, the votes are coming in. The votes are coming in thick and fast, which is exactly what we want to see. And of course we ransomed off at the end of the last session Roger of Kent. He's not an important character, showing a bit more mercy, a bit more leniency, and he's ransomed out. We get a bit of gold. I think it was 10 gold we got for that. Nothing major, but it's better than nothing. He's paid some price. Okay. And another one approving the crown authority. Another one there as well. Oops. And voila! The Lords of England have approved the institution of the medium crown authority. Excellent job. That is going to, well, it's going to have two effects really. The first effect is no new wars can be started within England amongst the vassals. The current wars that are happening at the moment won't just automatically end at the click of a finger. They will be played out to an end. But no new ones can be started. Which is great. Great, great, great. We're also going to increase the feudal levies to maximum. That's a new change in all these changes in law. People aren't going to like it. His opinions of his vassals is going to change a little bit now because he's changed the crown authority. Look at that, minus 30 penalty, minus 50. You know, minus. Oh, he's revoked his title. That's fine. But yeah, a lot of negative opinions due to the fact that they've just changed the law. Does that bother him? Does it? Hell, he doesn't have long left, and his goal is to try his hardest to lay down the foundations of the kingdom for future rulers, so that, as again, in the history books, he will go down as a king that did a good job. Speaking of good jobs, we need Ireland under complete control. There you go, feudal levies law. Looks like people are happily voting for that. Slowly but surely, I imagine that will pass as well. Improving relations with old Popio, El Pope Gelasius II. Good job there. Oh, a few people released from that man's dungeons. Look at all these news items. Wow, it's just constant, isn't it? I remember I should probably start changing the news feed messages. Aveline de Crepon died in childbirth. My daughter-in-law. She was the Prince Bohemond of England. My second son, his wife, died giving birth to John Fleming at age 19 as well. Wow, that's a bit of a bad news, isn't it? Bad news indeed, but at least you have a son out of it, eh? Every cloud and all that. Right, maximum feudal levies, keep on favouring us. And excellent, another change to the law. I think he lost against my son. He rose up against my son in a war to try and claim Cornwall, I think, and I think we got a message that he accepted my son's peace offer. Or he... Is that right? My son is still Duke, of course. Anyway, carry on, shall we? Gold pours from my hands but never finds its way back. The numbers and sums make no sense. Twirling numbers mocking me appear every time I close my eyes. My wife Elizabeth has offered to help me, but I've refused every single time she brings it up. Now we can accept for her to assist us, or we can try and get our head around it ourselves. Now if we've tried already, You know, we like our wife. We shouldn't be embarrassed about not being able to do it. If she's offering her assistance with her high stewardship, I think we should not be foolish enough to say no. So we're gonna accept her advice. And as a result of that, we have gained a content trade. Okie dokie. Is that going to improve opinion? People like content rulers, do they? I'm not sure. Anyway, matters not. Okay, so I'm going to pause it for a brief moment here. A couple of things I need to address as time ticks by and messages crop up. It just detracts away a little bit. So, first of all then, we are not currently at peace because we are at war with Duke. We are at war here for some reason. We helped out our ally, I think. Our ally was King Manrique of Castile. Yes, it was. So we're not at peace yet until this has ended. But when we do get to peace times, we could really do with getting some feasts hosted. That's one thing. We've changed the crown law to medium, but we still could do with changing this to agnatic cognatic. We're going to struggle though to do that because our vassals don't all like us, but we'll keep an eye on it. We also now have a little bit of cash. We're getting 10 gold a month, nice healthy income. We need a standing army in case of any uprisings in the future, in case of any battles that we might want to fight. And, well, now is the time. Whilst we have a little bit of stability in England in terms of our own, in terms of rebellions against ourselves, of course there's infighting going on. That actually makes it better for us. We can start to focus on advancing our own gains. What am I doing here? Right, military, retinues. Okay, here we are. So we have plenty of retinue cap available to use, and therefore we will use it. And we will use it by recruiting archers, making use of the English longbowmen. And I think we can get 8 of the bad boys, can we not? There we go. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Right. Okay. 191 now, down to 191 gold pieces. That's fine. We have 8 longbow retinue units, which will be, what's that, 4,000 men? When they fully replenish. Of course, we're going to go and replenish at half speed just to reduce the income a little bit. We're not in any rush for these, so we'll just let them tick over nicely and steadily and fill up. And then once we have them there, we can merge them with a levy, mix them in with heavy troops and things, and that will be quite the deadly force. So that's one thing that we needed to address. The second thing is Ireland. We need Ireland, and he wants Ireland. He wants to become King of Ireland because he wants to try and unify this piece of land under England's control. Well, it'd be Ireland's control, effectively. He was given the Kingdom of England by his father, didn't take it for himself, so he wants to have some achievement that he has achieved by himself. And if he could do this in his short time left, it would be fitting for him. So the quickest way to unify this whole land here is to become king, because that gives us then claims on every other piece of land, and we can ask the vassals to swear fealty. And to do that, we need to control 7 of the counties. Now we have 4, we need 3 more. We have a de jure claim here. Our nephew is the Duke of Connacht, and therefore he has a de jure right to Brifne. We're going to press that claim right now. Give us Brifner, laddie, or suffer the consequences. He's going to try and put up a fight, and, well, he's entitled to do so. But we are going to raise our own men. And of course, we need some ships. And as far as I can tell, have I just disbanded a unit? I think I've just disbanded an army there. Okay, let me see what I've done here. I don't know what I've done. Pressed the wrong button. Okay.